Bomb dropped. Bomb acquired.
Concussion out!
La 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 la.
What is going on, guys? I'm Sneak0's and welcome back to another Black Ops 2 gameplay commentary. Today I'm going to do a story, but before I get into the story, I just want to let you know, I just want to talk about a few things about my channel. Sorry I didn't upload last week. I felt like I wanted to take a break because, I mean, look at me talking about break. It's fucking YouTube. It's not like it's work, but whatever. So I decided to just stay off YouTube for a little bit because I didn't have any time to get gameplays. I didn't know really what to talk about. Just needed to get settled. Needed to just spend a week without it. I'm glad I did it. I think it was a good idea to stay off it for a little bit. But I'm going to be uploading daily again. Don't worry. And I'll tell you next time I want to take a break or something like that. But it's not going to be anytime soon. I've been working a lot. I've been working hard to do more videos and more things like that. I've also decided I'm going to do another series. And I uploaded one yesterday. It was called Late Night. And what that's going to be is it's just going to be me doing live commentaries that are recorded late at night, and then just uploading it. It's just going to be really laid back, really casual, just me talking about stuff, just playing games, nothing too special, because I don't want to have, I don't think I want to do Let's Plays. I've been thinking about it for a long time, but I don't really want to do Let's Plays. I don't want to do Let's Plays of entire games. Maybe if when a new game comes out, I'll do like 3 live commentaries, but I don't want to do full-on Let's Plays, because those get really boring, and they don't really require a lot of work to do. And I know it sounds weird that I'm complaining, I'm saying that they need work, but I like putting work into my videos, and I think those are just too easy to make, and they're not really high quality. So yeah, that's it for like the new series and stuff like that. Today's story is going to be a pretty recent story. I've told you in the past. I've told you so many times that I went to this camp this summer, but I wanted to tell you a story about that. And I'm on the last day of the camp. A lot of people organized a party, and there were a bunch of 18-year-olds. I'm not going to name any names, and they all went and they got a bunch of alcohol and they got a bunch of alcohol for the last day of the party. So the last night, what everyone planned to do was to sneak out of their dorms, because lights out were at 11. Everyone planned to sneak out of their dorms and go to the tennis courts and just have a party and just chill out and stuff like that. And I was 14 during that. I'm 15 now, but it wasn't too long ago. And everyone brought alcohol and everyone snuck out. And well, the funny thing was, no one really knew how they were going to get out of our dorm. There were like 6 or 7 dorms. And to get out, what I did was, as you know, I'm a pretty skinny guy. If you saw my skinny video, I'm very skinny. I'm like, my arms are tiny. So what I did was, I climbed out through the window and unlocked the door from the outside with my key card. Because if you open the door from the inside past 11, there's an alarm goes off. Well, yeah, I think like a little notification, and then the advisors or the teachers find out, and then the whole thing would have gotten busted. So I was responsible for getting one out and in. I climbed through the window both ways to get everyone out, to get on the tennis court so everyone could have the party. And I didn't end up actually drinking anything. Just a disclaimer, I did sneak out, which is kind of breaking the rules. But my sister goes to the school there, so I didn't really want to ruin her reputation and get her in trouble. I mean, because if you're caught drinking or anything like that, you're going to get expelled or sent home from the camp, and that would have been on the last day. So I decided not to do it. A few people at the camp called me a pussy, but I didn't really care too much. I was actually that was one of my finer moments. I was actually thinking, I said, no, I'm just going to be a responsible person, and I didn't. But I was there, I was at the party, and one kid that was in my dorm got completely hammered. One guy brought a whole bottle of vodka, and he kept it for himself, and he drank the entire thing. And this kid, was a Nigerian kid. He was a pretty funny guy, and he was just like hammered. I've seen people drunk before, but I haven't seen a guy who was not able to walk. And I was sure I wasn't first if he was faking it or not, trying to be funny. He wasn't. I saw him. He sure as hell he was not faking it at all. His eyes were just like, he looked like his face looked like he wasn't even there. It didn't even, I don't know if he was on some weird like ecstasy or shrooms or some shit, but he wasn't there. I mean, his mind was in a different place, and he didn't know, he could barely walk. And it was about like 3 a.m. and the party was kind of wrapping up, and we wanted to get back before the teachers, the advisors found out that everyone was there. Well, not everyone, but it was like, I think about 80 kids went out of the 800 kids at the camp. So we started walking back, and me and another guy put his arm on both of our shoulders, and we started walking back. And then I realized, wait, we can't get through the door. How are we gonna fit this kid who's not really skinny McJiggy? How are we gonna fit him through the window? Because we can't go through the door, or else the alarm would go off. So what we found out, at first we tried getting him through the window, but he couldn't fit. We were pushing him. I'm being serious. We tried to push him through. He wouldn't fit through the window, and I tried. I was gonna go first, but he couldn't be. He wasn't able to walk. He would have flopped over and fell if I didn't hold him. And it was. I mean, I was gonna go through the window myself and just unlock the door, but I didn't want. He was about to fall over or maybe even sleep, and I had to keep him up because the other guy left. I don't remember where he went. I think he went to the girls' dorm, but he had left when we couldn't get through. And I was just there alone. I didn't know what to do. I was going to climb through the door and help him through, but I don't know what he was. I was scared. So I decided that me going through the window and unlocking the door was a bad idea. He would have fell asleep or something. And I wasn't able to. Probably wouldn't have been able to drag him through because I'm not the strongest person in the world. So what I did was I realized that there was a back door on the back of the thing in the basement, but I couldn't get through there. So I started knocking. And sure, I was lucky this time. I was lucky. I was knocking, and sure, but you couldn't. It was locked past 11, and I was locked past 11, and I'd left my key card on the other side. So I didn't want to go back again because I would have to go all the way around the dorm again. So I started knocking, and the guy from inside understood that I needed to get through. So he unlocked one of the basement rooms had a window. So he unlocked the window, and then we were able to fit in. We were both able to get in there. And right when so you know those kind of windows in the basement where you kind of pull up to get in? It was one of those. And so there was no step, so we kind of had to fall through. So we pushed him down because he was near passing out. The drunk kid, he was near passing out. So we pushed him through, and he like hit his head kind of he kind of hit his head, and on impact he fell right asleep. He just fell and started drooling. He was just like his eyes were still open, but and a lot of kids wanted to draw on his face, but I was nice and I said no. He was already having a bad night, so we didn't draw on his face, but he was completely passed out on some random kid's floor. And sure enough, that dorm was the one right next to the teacher's room. So the whole entire house has about like a lot of rooms, like 100 rooms or something like that. I don't know exactly, but let's just say that it has 100 rooms, and there's a lot of advisors and teachers who also sleep in the house to monitor the kids and make sure they don't go wild. So the dorm that the dorm that we went in through had a teacher's dorm right next to it. He was making a lot of noise when we went through. We had to push him. He was just like rolling around, and then he was passed up on the floor, and I swear to God, I heard that there was one guy keeping watch at the door to make sure that no teachers come. He's like, he knocked. We had a signal where you knock twice if the teacher we saw a teacher coming. Knock twice. We were like, oh shit! I had to get down. I had to get in. I had to close the window as like fast as possible. And then we still have the passed out kid on the floor. So we roll him into the bathroom, and then we lock it. And then the teacher comes in. It's like, why are you making so much noise? And we're like, why are you making so much noise? I'm like, oh, sorry, I don't remember what excuse we made up, but we made some bullshit excuse. He knew something was up, but he didn't say anything. He looked tired. He was in his pajamas. He looked like he needed to shave. And we still had a passed out kid in the other room, and he would have seen it automatically that he was drunk, and he was totally passed out. So that's my story. The teacher ended up going away anyway. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to leave a like if you enjoy it. Let me know if you want to hear more stories. More funny stories like that. I have a bunch of these, but if you don't want to see it, that's fine. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next one.